You're listening to Season 14, Episode 198, recorded on March 22nd, 2022, live from Austin, Texas, with hosts BeckiJo Neill and Kim Stacy. Our musical guest is Deyo. But first, our show is possible thanks to our patrons and sponsors. Join our community to get exclusive access to content, merch, your own spotlight, and more for as little as $1 a month. Your support helps us continue to showcase local artists. Sign up at CIMP.live. That's CIMP.live. Thank you for supporting local live music. And remember to give the podcast a 5-star rating. Every rating helps these artists get discovered by new fans. And now, brought to you by Music Firsthand and their live music booking app, here's comedians interviewing musicians.
Hello, and welcome to episode 198.
Damn.
Of comedians interviewing musicians. Exactly. We felt like that, like the damn, I am 76 years old. Damn. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. No. We are episode 198 of comedians interviewing musicians. My name is BeckiJo Neill. This is my beautiful and talented co-host, Kim Stacy.
I'm a green bean.
She's a green bean. And we are joined by... Actually, this is a very special thing because we were kind of mulling over it in the pre-production meeting here. I technically would not be in Austin if it were not for our next guest. I lovingly know him as LB, but we are introducing him tonight as Laughing Boy. Hey!
Yeah.
It's wild. We met in 2014, 2015. I came down to make a movie. I bullied my way onto a production team. Turns out something happened and I got to play your co-star in a movie, and it was wild.
Yes, you were the star of the movie, and that was how we met. It was a delightful way to meet someone, to say, hey, you're starring in a movie with me.
It was, yeah, you normally that email is met with maybe police, but
out of the question.
It was wild. We got to play. We basically were playing investment banker or just trash money people. We're playing trash money people, and it was really fun because I got to play the smart one when LB is actually the smart one.
Oh, give me a break. Thank you. Thank you.
Wildly gifted. See, that's what I'm saying. That he's an actor, producer, writer, and a rapper. I'm very excited to have you on the show. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Well, I can't tell you how excited I am. It's delightful to be here.
P.S. If y'all want to support Laughing Boy throughout this process, the PayPal, Venmo, and Bandcamp is going to be in a running ticker below this screen right here. You can go to CIMP.live for our stuff. But if you want to go to PayPal, you can go to lbdeyo@gmail. I believe Venmo is Laughing Boy's like literal name. So maybe you just go like, what's your website? Like, how do we support you virtually?
I think to go to the Bandcamp is a great way. Yeah.
Amen. So please follow the links to go to Laughing Boy's Bandcamp and support all of his music. Before we begin, what have you been up to in the last 3-4 years? Like I haven't seen you in so long. Like tell us what, especially the musical journey, like what have you been going on? I know you were musical before we met, but like what specifically this last 4 or 5 years, what have you been working on?
Well, when the pandemic started, I needed some way to pass my time without doing anything that was actually productive. So I thought, why not return to the career that brought me to Austin way back before you were born. And that was rap music. So I said, okay, I'm going to contact all my musician friends and ask them to produce beats for me, because when I was a rapper in the old days, I had a guy named Germ who was my producer, and he made the music. And so anyway, long story short, they all gave me the crickets and didn't even reply to my emails. These are dear friends of mine, by the way. Thanks, guys. And
they all died. So I just wanted
COVID got them.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Please.
So Yeah, get vaccinated, folks. Come on. And make beats for me. No, so I taught myself to make the damn music, and that took a little while. And but as anyone who knows me knows, I'm a bit of a genius. So it didn't take that long for me to learn how to do that. And
people think he's being sarcastic, but LB is legitimately one of the smartest people I've ever met in my entire life. I know I haven't met a lot of people. I don't get out a lot, but he is legitimately an intelligent individual.
Thank you. I'm the rare rapper who actually is a humble individual and doesn't feel the need to boast, but I can say that I am a genius.
Yes. I
got papers.
Say that my IQ has gone up just Zooming with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's how strong his genius is.
I can feel it being leached away from me.
Yeah.
As we sit here. In fact, I feel like HAL 9000, my mind is going and I can feel it. I can feel it. Yeah.
Get out of here, Chris. No one's going to repeat that.
Yeah, Chris is on the God mic being an ass, so no one's. It's fine. So you've obviously made your own beats. You mix your own music. I know that you're also a chicken dad.
I have chickens. My wife and I are very proud to call the chickens our chickens, and we have a beautiful coop for them that we had built, and it's really the talk of the neighborhood. I mean that quite seriously. The people come by on a daily basis, and you'll see 10 or 12 people throughout the day who will stop. They'll bring their kids. They'll bring their dogs to terrify the chickens. It's wonderful.
The chickens are like, seriously, can we make a sign about stopping with the dogs? But
the answer is no.
Can I bring my deaf cat Georgie to come meet your chickens?
I wish you would. Wish you would. And the more the chickens are frightened, the more delightful they are to watch.
I'm sure. And more eggs they produce. Because I can't tell you, when I get frightened, things pop out of me.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a universal property.
It's usually Kim's like missing key fob, and you're like, what the hell?
What the heck?
That's weird.
What?
IBS.
Speaking of IBS, no, actually not. Chris put in the comments Laughing Boy's Bandcamp, so you can go to laughingboy1.bandcamp.com/releases if you want to see any Laughing Boys Bandcamp stuff. I am the man from space. Hello. If you clicked on that, you've hit the right link. If you would like to hear some more music, we're about to hit one song off into this podcast. But if you want to support Laughing Boy, please refer to the ticker links in the comments and on the, why did I almost say rolling? So the rolling ticker, the scrolling ticker, whatever this is. I'm having a stroke of some sort. I've been staring at this LED light for the better part of 30 minutes, and I think maybe this eye is now going blind. So we are going to hear the first song from Laughing Boy. If you're having a good time, please refer to the Venmo, PayPal, and Bandcamp so you can further support Laughing Boy. Here is the first song. Enjoy.
Thank you. The only intro that I need to give to this song is that this was one of the ones that I wrote in a more modern style. And if you listen to any modern rap music, you know that people don't rap anymore. They sing. Well, the cops thinking you're some kind of truck. Lie girls out on the corner, never calling your numbers they took. It's a day of disgrace, and here comes the hook. You're drunk as a skunk and you act like a shook. The streets got your number, man, so you best go to ground. You and the boys are beat making and you just can't find the sound. It's a Friday of sorrow.
It's a Friday of sorrow.
All the girls have let us down.
It's a
Friday feel so stricken because life, oh, love has passed you by. And though you're hanging out with the homeboys, you don't want them to see you cry. Can't let them see the tears in your eyes. It's a Friday of sorrow. It's a Friday of sorrow. All the girls let us down. It's a Friday of sorrow. Yo, blow is a sucker MC. Thank you. That was Fridays of sorrow.
Come on with that falsetto.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do when I can't hit the note. It's a thing I
Loved
do.
it. It was
Thank you.
amazing. I don't know what happened to BeckiJo. BeckiJo.
She may have
There.
swooned.
Yeah, she may have fainted.
Sorry, my dog had a full-on panic attack because apparently my neighbor got a package. So
Oh, it had nothing
Had
to
to
do
deal
with
with that.
singing, I'm
Apologize.
sure. Yeah.
it was not cute. Anywho, so we are about to move on to Alexa. Will you shut the fuck up? Calm down. All right. Anywho, so we are about to move on to Kimberly's segment of the show. This is when Kim gets to get full reign over whatever she wants to ask LB about his online social presences. Kimberly, take it away, my darling.
Yes, I can do whatever I want now. So you have so many amazingly cool music and non-music videos. Like they have everything. They've got graphics, fun costumes, animals. Like they have everything. What do you pull inspiration from? Does it come from
Gosh.
you get these videos?
I think that when you're as gifted as I am, you find that inspiration just comes out of thin air. But if I'm doing something specific, like if I'm going to make a rap song, for example, I might take a survey of what the latest rappers are doing, you know?
Yeah.
And so that means listening to a lot of rap music. That's an example.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
It
that.
works.
Yeah, it works. It works. It works if you
And
work
you'd be
it.
surprised that, you know, rap music today has gotten so good. You know, I mean, I grew up in the golden age of hip hop, to be sure, you know, listening to Run DMC, Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
Public Enemy, EPMD, Boogie Down Productions, and on and on and on. And that was great stuff. But I felt like there was a certain point where I kind of stopped listening to rap for a while because it just felt repetitive. Everyone was doing gangster rap or some variation on that. And it just didn't feel the same. It felt like something was spent or over almost. And now I return to rap to find that there is real genius out there. There is like Beatles level artistry taking place in this industry. It's just absolutely it is inspiring. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Here. Do you have like a kind of a favorite artist of today that you're kind of listening to?
I think the greatest artist in rap music right now is Kendrick Lamar.
Amen.
His work is breathtaking. It's like he basically rediscovered jazz without even being a jazz fan and fused jazz with hip hop. Now, people have been trying to fuse jazz with hip hop since hip hop was born or shortly thereafter. And to me, it never really worked because it was just too obvious. It was like just pasting the two together, you know? And what he does is like, he'll do something that sounds like a Max Roach drum fill, except it's words. And it's not just like ba ba da ba ba da ba. It's great lyrics, poetry coming out in this frenetic way that is it's just astonishing. And of course, he works with the best. So he's got that advantage as well. He doesn't get that those crickets when he sends out an email asking his friends to help him make beats.
No.
Maybe gets Dr. Dre and Pharrell.
Yeah, maybe you should make an email address that's Kendrick Lamar, and then email your friends from that address.
Do you seriously think I haven't tried that?
Yes, damn it.
That was day one. This is Kendrick Lamar, my friends, and I need your help. I want to sell you NFTs and Bitcoin. Please contact me.
It's Kendrick Lamar with 2 R's. Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly. You can reach me at Kendrick Lamar
at gmail.yahoo. Yes.
EDU.
Yeah.
So this is appropriate that I want to, for our podcast listeners, of your amazing smoking jacket and ascot wonderful wares. So Chess Club is kind of where you guys wear that. It's very gentlemanly with this, with the pipe and all of that. So I was wondering if you could create kind of like a clubhouse / music venue, what kind of aesthetic would it have?
That's a great question. And you've almost answered it by asking it, because it would be a chess club. It would be a chess club that served booze and had a stage.
Yeah.
So that you could clear away the chess tables and have people come in and have a show. But by God, during the day when there was no show going on, there would be chess tournaments going on. And you have all these suckers in there losing their pawns to me.
Yes. I've never attempted to play chess just because I haven't mastered checkers yet. So
I don't blame you. That's how I felt about chess for many years. And in fact, I remember when my father taught me to play chess, I was just absolutely appalled to discover that you captured a piece by landing on the same square with it instead of jumping over it like you do in checkers. I was like, what is this? You can't take a piece.
What kind of plebeian game is this?
Is someone there? Yeah.
I do not associate with the plebes. Bring me my checkers board.
You rube. Yeah, that's it.
My father was so hurt.
Okay, I have one last question before we get to 2 more songs from Laughing Boy. So I was watching National Treasure, as one does.
Sure.
And I came up with this question. I was really proud of myself. What or who is a national treasure to you? Huh? It's clever, right? Very clever. Right out of the blue.
Gosh, let's see. What is it? What or who is a national treasure? 2022 America. How about... Honestly, I think that the national treasure today is our friend, the computer. When I think that the computer is allowing people like me with nothing really but their genius to work with to produce great albums like I Am the Man from Space. I mean, it's astonishing what you can do nowadays with a computer, and we take it for granted, but it's not to be taken for granted. A lot of people work very, very hard to make this possible. And the amazing thing is that very, very soon, this era where it's possible to do this will be over, because artificial intelligence will be writing songs that are better than we can write. And they will release those songs instead of our songs because people...
LB, you know how I feel about robots. We've been over this.
I'm sorry.
We have been over this.
Already.
He interviewed me on his podcast about robots, and I told him I do not mess with robots.
The metal ones are coming for you.
Just the whirring noise.
I like Wally.
Yeah.
Like Wally.
Wally seems cute until he rips your arms out of their sockets.
See? Kim? See?
He hasn't met Celine Dion, the cat, yet. because that
That's
bitch will take your money. And
LB, her cat should be an NFT, but the NFT should just like swipe out of your phone and just like bap you in the face.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
what it is.
There's a reason that Celine and I have an agreement that when the zombie apocalypse happens and there are too many zombies coming, I am going to toss her, and that way she will do a distracted and like take them all down, and then I'll get away. She'll come back to me. Celine Dion will outlive us all.
She'll come back with a zombie arm, like, I know you didn't get to eat today, you dumb cat.
Putting it at
There
my
you go.
feet like it's a mouse, like all happy.
That is
Like, I
the
know you
worst
can't
part of
hunt
the cat.
for yourself, you useless
Yeah.
dick. Yeah.
Here.
The trouble is
I thought
cats
you
like
could
to
use
bring
a
dead
hand.
things to your house, but a
Yes.
zombie is a dead thing. So
Yeah, the cat
like,
just drags a
drag
whole ass
an
zombie.
actual zombie to your house that's still animated.
Your cat
Who the fuck
drags.
is Celine? I don't know where she is right now. Now that's making me nervous. Celine.
You know,
She's
I just
actually
read a
dragging.
book. I just read a book about Celine Dion, not the cat, but the singer.
That one's coming out.
One of the 33 and a third books, and it was fascinating. Recommended to me by Graham Reynolds and Lance Fever Myers.
I love Graham Reynolds. Shout out to Graham Reynolds.
Graham Reynolds is the greatest.
You're here.
The greatest. Truly an incredible local Austinite / musician, scorer, composer. Incredible.
A man of the world.
A man of the world. A true Renaissance gentleman, if you will.
You are a true gentleman. Absolutely. Speaking of true gentlemen, I am ready to hear 2 more songs from Laughing Boy. I think
Two
everybody
rhymes
else
with
is.
true.
True.
I love it. All right.
Bring it out.
Get it.
All right. This first one is called Year of the Pig. And it's about your mama.
They called him the Laughing Boy.
If you're listening at home, get up off your chair. Move to the beat. Wicked in the year of the pig when I came to earth. In the hell of the Vietnam era, like an air burst, blowing up, flowing like a stratosphere jet stream. Gets mean, daddy and his blue jeans, mama with a gangster lean and a fly routine. I got cut, I went nuts, eating cigarette butts and ice cream. Such was my dream, and it came to be the little old me. Get engaged with reality. I had subjectivity, coupled with a mind that could fast rhyme into infamy. That was it for me. All I needed was a MIC and a beat like a seismic DJ. I'm a count to 3. These strides a narrow world like a colossus, boxed out preposterous. Me and my boys and us coming in like a royal crush with a cold crush. Hey, you smoking mother nature? I got it, son. Riding into town, bringing southbound downtown. Listen up, Danny boy, this is what they call a showdown. I didn't ever have a chance to reach below the darkness flooded over me like an Indian ink. Look face down in the drink, thinking when I'm gonna sink like I never was a mink, never was a caveman. Thinking like a missing link, had a missing in the mist, pink and love stink. My brain is just that a generation, tuned to a dead state. Body is alive, why, but my mind is on vacation. Tell me what it's saying for my ovation, for my ovation.
I'd like to begin with a fact. Whether in a small town like McAllen in the Rio Grande, or in
Public
Chicago,
enemy.
New York, or Los Angeles, it
A
is
rock
this.
hard trooper to the bone, the bone, the bone, the bone. I am a rock hard trooper
The year
to
of the
the
pig.
bone, the bone, the bone, the bone.
The year of the pig.
A rock hard trooper to the bone, the bone, the bone, the bone.
Now listen to the brass come in. Get the hell out of your chair. The brass said me and Peter Kraft said we would never last, never more. Let a little last us in the same class, but we last at last. While the last is snatching at the other brass, we land fast and the bottom fell out. The ground beneath me shifted. The only 2 times I could rub together was what I grifted, and I still persisted. Couldn't quit. I was young, insane, and gifted. Next out the Bronx and I bricked it, whipped it, solid. Never met a wallet that I couldn't lift it. And I set sail in the blue whale, rolling in the tail with my trail and the Duff brothers hot on my trail. Then pulling on my tooth tail, saying why you bring along that female? Didn't have nothing but a tale to tell, but I told it well. And the rhymes that I wrote back then, I think I should share. They had me fitted for a pad to sell, walking around in a magic spell. I was a classic swell. I looked fine, but inside my mind I was a savage hell. Standing in the rut of a runaway dump truck, and I knew right then I was fucked out of luck, and thunderstruck. The year of the pig is gone and forgotten now. I would have run, but I forgot how. Somehow altogether rotten now, and my brain said, laugh, boy, I got you now. I got you now. I got you now. The pig.
I am a rock hard trooper to the bone, the bone, the bone, the bone.
Thank you. That was Year of the Pig off the new album, I Am the Man from Space by me, the Laughing Boy. So suck it, y'all. This next one is called The Finer Things, and it's about your mama. Oh, these are the times try men so. What dire offense from memories causes spring. But my really to all my comedians, interviewing all the musicians. When we come through trouble on our minds, doing kung fu double on the down rhymes, we succumb to the business of our times. You're too young to appreciate what makes the finer things fine. When the verse hits, the earth splits. The reason being seemingly this ain't even the worst bit. Spitting on fire, physicality desire, but the wire's hot. Liar ain't a liar if you know the shot. Stop, rock and roll. We inspire with the money steady rockets of the pride and soul. Back to Sergeant and then talks at the bar, man up. Being roughly who you are, maybe that could be enough. Call it up, call it up. We call it alcoholics, alcoholic, code. We reversing gravity and falling up. It's a tragedy how taller people get to dunk. I wish I was a little bit less drunk. Some old imitation Dr. Paul calling me a punk. The evil in men do live after them. The good is off and the dirt with their soul. When we come through trouble on our minds, right. Doing kung fu double on the down rhymes. We succumb to the viciousness of our times. You're too young to appreciate what makes the finer things fine. And this next verse is for all the suckers who thought they could come up on me. Oh, I got scars on my knuckles, no stars on my buckles. When I'm truculent, I do the huckle buckle. I'm a juggernaut, never in the rain caught, never not saw. Sucking fighter with the right cross, a fat cat jackpot. That thought is taken by a fat, not jackpot. Cracking like a hacker on Slashdot. I'm not loose. I be tighter than the Gordian. Mirror up to nature like my man Richard Rordian. Thoughts are mechanical, computers do philosophy. Theta waves are turbulent with cognitive velocity. Limits of my language are the limits of my world. Smiley faces, what are you, a 9-year-old girl? I can step like Ginobili, head of the basketball. Lift the boogie down like a 100-story tall. When we come through trouble on our minds, doing kung fu double on the down rhymes. We succumb to the viciousness of our times. You're too young to appreciate what makes the finer things fine. Because I love a comedian who interviews a musician. Did I get that right? Yeah. These are the times that try men's souls. What
What dire offense from amorous causes spring? What mighty contest rise from trivial things? Trivial things. Shouty!
Not the shouty. No.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Shouty.
You got to do the shouty. Thank you so much, Laughing Boy, for being here. And honestly, it is a huge pleasure of ours to have you on our show. Oh, hey, Pippa came back. Hey, Pippa.
Welcome back, Pippa.
I loved your music so much. She said she had to come hang out. She's like, Kim, you know I love rap music.
She's
Why
the
didn't you tell me?
sweetest.
And so I'm sorry, Pippa.
Yeah, she was like, he said shouty. I'm shouty.
Shouty.
She really was like,
no,
hello?
She was offended by that, actually. Turns out.
She goes, excuse me, it's Miss Shouty. If you know.
Thank you. I have some creds. Thanks.
Actually, I'll tell you a little story real quick. When I was in New York many, many years ago, working at a place that was adjacent to a place that created model cards for models. I don't know if you're familiar with model cards.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are as models. But the models would come in, and of course they were like 7 feet tall. And these guys who worked there were from like East New York, and one of them would always call the girls shorty. And I would just be like, that girl is literally a foot taller than you.
On the model card, it was like nickname shorty. Reason sadness.
Unknown. Sadness.
Well, that's too real. It's time to play a sort of like catch up game. But before that, I do want to take this opportunity to let you like properly. You might have you have an album coming out. You have a new album, and you have a party set in May. We can't fully disclose that, but the rough details are May album release. So tell people about that.
Leave clear May from your calendar completely.
Yes, the entire month.
Already did it. Done.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing planned.
It's going to be to celebrate the release of the album. The album has already come out, though. You can get it on Bandcamp. You can find it on all the streaming services, even the most obscure.
Like what would be the most obscure?
That's too obscure.
Okay, sorry, I thought that.
No, it's on there too.
Yeah, you probably never heard of it. So
yeah, it's too hip for you. But you'll find it, and it's there. I am the man from space.
I am the man from space, Laughing Boy. The album is out now, so be sure to clear the entire month of May so that you might be able to catch the album release party. Make sure you stay tuned. And if you feel so inclined, please refer to the links below, the Venmo, the PayPal, the Bandcamp, so that you might subscribe and support Laughing Boy in all of their adventures. This is game time. It's game time. Crack your knuckles.
Game time.
I need ice.
Shout it's game time. Basically, I try to curate a game for all of our guests, but what people maybe recognize, the longtime listeners know that for people who are repeat offenders, I mostly just want to like catch up. And even though LB is not a repeat offender, he's a dear friend of mine. So I thought maybe we'd just take this time to catch up.
Wonderful.
Thought that would be chill.
Yes.
My first question is, can you please tell me what your favorite flavor of ice cream is and why?
That's an excellent question. When I was a kid, a new ice cream flavor came out, and I remember thinking, I'm not too sure about this Grateful Dead guy. But I must say, his ice cream is phenomenal. Cherry Garcia, the best flavor. And I'll tell you something else. My wife, bless her heart, does not care for Cherry Garcia. So when we get Cherry Garcia, I eat it all.
Okay, LB. I've never felt closer to you in my life, Shouty. I've never felt closer to you. First of all, Cherry Garcia is also my favorite flavor of ice cream ever. The cherry chunks, the chocolate chunks, the cherry. I need it. I need it in my life. But also, my partner also hates Cherry Garcia.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I also hate it.
Sorry, Kim.
That's wonderful.
half-baked all the way. Sorry to be a stereotype.
Let's have a huge Cherry Garcia party, and BeckiJo and I will be the only ones to eat ice cream.
Honestly, I'm so not mad at that. If everyone just brings like a pint of Cherry Garcia and then I buy myself, an 8-gallon cooler, I can make that work. That's
people
fair.
ask me what I'm doing when I'm not rapping, what my day job is. It's destroyer of Cherry Garcia.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, it's not bad.
There are definitely worse things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is, what is the worst, best show that you and Ellie watched together?
The worst, best show that we watched together.
Because I know that you're, even though not so much a fan of trash TV, I know that you can appreciate its cinematic values.
Well, I'll preface that with a story. I was working at a place years ago, and my back started to hurt, and this guy told me about the virtues of a foam roller as a way to deal with a bad back. And he said, when you're watching TV tonight, there you go, case in point. He said, when you're watching TV tonight, you can use it. And I thought to myself, how dare he assume that I'm going to be watching TV tonight? Like I have nothing better to do than sit around watching TV. And I told my wife that while we were watching TV that night. I was like, can you believe this guy? The worst, best show we've been watching. I don't know. I tell you, one show that we watched that I think didn't get a lot of attention that we thought was very enjoyable was The Deuce. Have you seen that?
The Deuce?
The Deuce.
Oh, I love The Deuce. Yeah, yes, the one about like basically like the birth of the cinematic porn scene in New York.
Exactly. The birth of the cinematic porn scene.
Because it was happening beforehand in like France and Italy.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really
legal.
doing it.
It was legal over there. It was not legal in the U.S. But, great characters, great writing, terrific acting. What else do you want? It's filthy. It's absolutely
the costumes.
That's right. The period costumes, that late 70s, early 80s.
Oh my God. Yes.
You go from disco to the birth of punk rock, and there's just filthy porn all the way through it. It's great.
Yeah, and Maggie Gyllenhaal is in it. When is Maggie Gyllenhaal ever in anything filthy?
Exactly. Well, sometimes, like Secretary.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that was a sexual awakening for a lot of us.
That was a filthy movie.
Honestly, though, The Deuce was incredible. I did appreciate the fact that it stuck to both like historical relevancy, but also it still maintained that sort of dreamy 1970s cinema. Like it was nothing, no single shot was fuzzy. Like, meaning it was not out of focus, but there were moments where you're like, oh, I'm totally watching a 1970s porno.
Yeah.
Even though you weren't. It's good. I highly recommend. Okay. So, LB, if you could ever make a like smoke bomb and then escape moment, what would be your go-to smoke bomb escape moment? Like if you got the opportunity to just drop a smoke bomb and be like, I'm gone. Like what? So maybe we're going back in time, but you can also write yourself your own scenario. But was there ever an opportunity you thought maybe would warrant a smoke bomb, or maybe an opportunity you want to write for yourself for a smoke bomb?
This is a true story that I swore I would never tell.
I love
so
this.
What a perfect time, right? When the whole world can hear.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole world listens to this. Thank you.
I was maybe six. No, I'm going to say like I was 8 or 9 years old, maybe 8. I'm in a playground, okay, by myself. There's not another kid for miles. And I'm in a slide that's one of those spiral slides. So it has like this little housing at the top that you climb up the ladder into, and you can sit there and then you can slide down. So I'm in there pretending that I'm in a prison cell and that I've discovered a button that opens a trap door and reveals the slide, right? And not only that, but at the bottom of the slide is a giant room filled with gold. So this is a great opportunity for a prisoner, except that every time I slide down, I can hear the guards coming. So I have to rush back up. Now, if ever there was an occasion for a song, this is it. And so I'm sitting there in this in this prison cell, and I begin to sing, "Oh, I must get the gold. The gold, it must be mine." Something like that. I don't remember the actual melody. But I'm singing it, and I hear something behind me. And I turn around, and there is a line of kids, not only up to the ladder, but up the ladder. So there's a kid 6 inches away from my face at the top of the ladder. And I turn and look at him, and he goes, "You like to sing, kid?"
Smoke bomb.
And it was Frank Sinatra.
Yes, that man was Frank Sinatra himself.
Back in time.
That kid,
man's name
Justin Bieber.
was Kanye West.
Oh no, LB, no.
Yeah, that's my story.
Oh, you know, those kids are laughing now because one of them's like a bitch ass accountant or something by now. You know,
True,
one of them's
true.
got a miserable job.
Oh,
Well, one of them actually sold the song and made $1 million.
And that kid is
And his
Kanye West.
Exactly.
Kanye.
Of his album Donda.
God dang it. Oh, whew. Okay. Okay. This is my, we'll do two more. We'll do two more. What was the first moment in your life that you went, "Oh shit, that's it"?
That's it? Like,
Just that, like your first aha, your first
Eureka.
come to Jesus moment, your first, "Oh
Epiphany.
shit, that's it" moment.
it might have been the first time I had Cherry Garcia.
Honestly, I mean, no one's going to be mad about that answer. Kim might be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't relate. I'll accept it. I just don't relate.
Kim's also allergic to dairy, and she's over here bitching about, we found the one fruit flavored. You could have liked the one.
It's an
fruit
ice
flavor.
cream that's actually good for you because it's got fruit.
Listen, I'm gluten-free. I know how this works. I'm like, listen, if I eat this whole loaf of gluten-free bread, it's okay because it's free of something else. It's healthier.
It's free.
Meanwhile, it's made out of cement and like composite wood particles.
It's made of cement, rusted nails, and AIDS.
And hate.
And hate.
Yeah, sometimes you ever taste a gluten-free option? Like, why did this person bake this cupcake like they hated us? Like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
It's when it's really dense and heavy.
Yeah, like it's treated as a weapon. They're baking grenades.
It's a doorstop.
They're baking shrapnel.
Yes.
I can't. Wait, no, but do you remember, like, okay, so obviously other than like Cherry Garcia, maybe with your music, did you ever have a moment where you're like, oh shit, I should write music?
Gosh. I don't know.
I know Kim asked you like, who was your influences like that? But was there like a moment where like influence separate?
Well, there's a moment for a musician when he decides to write music, but there's also a moment when you realize that maybe you're onto something.
Yeah.
And for me, that was probably when I was at a show back when I was in my rap group, the Brothers Cup. That was at a punk club, and the opening band didn't have a lot of people watching, and there were very few people in the room, and we had gotten there a little late, so all we saw was like maybe there's 10 people there. We get up on stage, and the music starts, and all of a sudden, from the back area of the club where you couldn't even see because it was like outdoors, this flood of people come in, and somehow they all knew our music. I guess they all had our tapes or something. They were just rapping along with us, and it was just like, it was like the sky opened up, you know, it was the Red Sea parted. It was just an incredible feeling. I was trying to figure out which question to end with. And between them was, my first question was, what was your first win? That's gotta be like up there with one of them. That's incredible. That was a win. Yeah.
We're gonna equate that one to like one of the first wins. But my final question, we asked this of a lot of musicians here, is if you, theoretically, you were invited by the Music Firsthand production company to host a class at an Austin musician summer camp. right? We have this big summer camp, and it's we're here to learn, and we're all here to like absorb shit. What class would you teach, and why? Like a lot of people have said like finances. Some people have said songwriting. Whatever. What would be your class that you would teach at the Austin-based musicians summer camp?
I think I would teach lyrics. That's how I got into this rap game, with lyrics. And I think that is an area where a lot of even very talented rappers, they may have some aptitude for lyrics, but a lot of the time their content is not that interesting, the subject matter that they're dealing with. And I think I could help guide people to write more interesting, more original lyrics, as well as lyrics that hopefully were rhythmically interesting and made you move your ass.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
It's called
That's
Rhythm
a
and Act.
Quote from Benjamin Franklin, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Franklin knew.
He knew to shake that ass.
I mean, of all the founding fathers, he was the one that was going to be shaking some ass.
I mean, can we say national treasure?
he was a national treasure.
Wow.
Hey.
Damn. Kimberly knows how to make a damn good segue. Speaking of national treasure.
Set it up, knock it out.
Speaking of Benjamin Franklin shaking that ass, we're going to hear one more song from Laughing Boy. This is just for the live stream. So if you want to see any more of this, we have 2 more questions and 1 more song on our Patreon. You can go to CIMP.live to see that. I'll remind them one more time where people can find you. You're on Instagram, Backpage, just kidding. Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, not Backpage. Backpage, you will never find me there. I tried to get in and they wouldn't let me in. But Bandcamp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere but TikTok. And even on TikTok, you'll find me. It's just that I just lied just then and said I wasn't on there. I am on there. So find me everywhere. Every streaming site, every store, Amazon.com. You can tell Alexa to play I Am the Man from Space by Laughing Boy, and she will listen to you. Believe me, she will listen to you. It is her job to obey you.
It's true. She's never listened to me before, but then I tried saying that, and that was the only thing that she listened to.
It'll turn your whole life around, your whole relationship with her.
Yeah, it did. We're going to go out tomorrow.
Yep. Her and Alexa are officially, oh, shit. No. Don't stop. Okay, her and Andrea are officially U-hauling this weekend. That's very exciting. Everyone give them a big round of applause.
She's listening.
Here is the last song from Laughing Boy on this stream. But if you want to see any more, you know where to go, CIP.live. And go to Venmo and PayPal. Just use the music firsthand fist bump emoji and LB's favorite emoji, or at least hated emoji, which is the red heart. So that Laughing Boy knows where you got your content. So be sure to do fist bump and a red heart when you tip. Thank you. Appreciate this last song from Laughing Boy. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And this is going to be a world premiere song that I have not yet released. It is not on the album, but it is, what can I say, really? That it is the greatest hit of all time. Here we go. So do I sacrifice the soft side of your life on the altar? Facts you smashed into as hard as your Gibraltar. Your water white if you exalt the mind's right to shatter the concrete streets of your fight through sweat at the edit. Track of the track you splice, 6 jackers in your rear view. You're packing for static tonight. Yeah. If you got a heart, take your homeboys and girls and do it where you roam. Start with this poem you sing to it. The journey you take for what's at stake is eternity. Location is safe because you talk through a burden. Journaling grace for the face to the unlimited space. When you're wasted, you leave no trace. God that you wore, God that you wore, God that you wore, God that you wore, God that you wore. The journey you take for what's at stake is eternity. Location is safe because you talk through a burden. Eternal and great, eternal and great, the unlimited space. Yeah, and when does it the sound of my voice. Tonight you'll be dreaming of the laughing boy. Get used to it. Accept it into your heart. No big thing. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And everybody else, throw your hands in the air. Get your hands where I can see them. Started obscure, but great-hearted and so secure. Your path became sure. Your scars that you wore. Come on. And where now, asking no border as the storm rages up from the border now, where kisses in cages, rage can sustain you, engage you, and train your brain. When does it end? Insane. When does it end? And when does it end? When does it end? When does it end? When does it end? And the answer is
Yay!
it ended just then.
Thank you so much again, LB, for being a part of our show. We just really
Thank
appreciate you. And we can't wait to see what you have going on forward in your career musically. And we're very excited for your release party in May.
Thank you. Thank you. What a pleasure it is to be here with you.
This pleasure is ours. Like, honestly, just thank you so much.
Oh, shush.
And,
What?
see, apparently we just got a comment. Andy McIntyre who's like, stop saying her name. And everyone keeps saying Alex A.
Oh,
Alex. Yeah, sorry. We really should get better at that. How come the commercials on Amazon can do it, but we can't?
It's because Alex A is already figuring out our secrets.
I told you.
All of a sudden, you just see like a tiny knife come up from my corner, and it's just my Alexa, like, what the hell? Anywho, we are about to cut the live stream here so we can record 2 more questions and 1 more song for our exclusive Patreon feed. So if you'd like to see that, go to CIMP.live. Tell your friends it's a good time. We have hundreds of exclusives behind there. This is, again, episode 198. So hot damn. We have so many episodes and so many exclusives on the Patreon. So head on over there. For as little as $1 or to $5 a month, you can hang out with us. Oh, nope. Someone's in my... Chris has posted Kim and I's Facebooks and websites on here on the Facebook feed. So if you would like to peruse Kim and I's stuff, you can go on over there. And as well as Laughing Boy's website. So if you want to direct yourself to the comments, you can peruse where we can be found and see all of us and keep up with us. Why is my computer? Sorry, my computer keeps blinking and telling me that someone is at my front door. No one's at my front door. I think Alexa's mad at me.
Oh, God.
No one tell everyone at my apartment that my smart house is talking to me. This is a Disney Channel movie I did not expect. Kimberly, hold on.
I just wanted everyone to know that you should go to my website because I may or may not have nudes on there.
Ooh.
And there's only one way to find out. Just go to my website.
What is your website?
BeckiJo. But okay.
No, God, sorry. No, sorry.
What?
My computer is literally freaking out because apparently someone is at my door, but I think my computer just got my Wi-Fi connected to the fact that my doorbell has been ringing, or my Ring doorbell has been working all evening. So sorry about that. I just got all the notifications all at once. Hello, I never delete any of the apps off my computer. LB, help me with my computer. Okay. Anywho, sorry about that.
Look like some kind of a nerd to you.
No, but you certainly look a lot smarter than I am. That was episode 198 of Comedians Interview Musicians. If you had a good time, you know where to go. Thanks again to LB. Thanks again to Kim. We appreciate every single one of you for being a part of our show. And thanks to all the streamers tonight who watched. We're going to record an extra exclusive Patreon thing. Please be sure to tune in next week. We will see you for episode 199. Bye.
Later.
Okay, Head over to CIMP.live and get your bonus videos, photos, merch, and more. And remember, give the podcast a 5-star rating. Every rating helps these artists get discovered by new fans. Find all the full videos and past podcasts at musicfirsthand.live. Thanks for listening. See you next time.